You know what a beautiful day this is? It's a beautiful day for some Overwatch. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Spifftastic Me. We're going to be here on Hanamura with another scrim. Top left is going to be your NYXD, Manami, Azruf, a Shiny Espeon, Yasha, H2O Games, and Vax 503. They're going to be going against the top right in the red is going to be your LA Mortals. You have Ghost Boat, Honey Badger, Face Mask, Hebrew Hammer, Quab, and Summer Haze. Here, first starting on Hanamura. Hanamura is going to be your assault map. Simple goal of the game is to get both places captured. First one going to be here by the bell. I kind of hope to see a Hammond, because it's great for defending and attacking. Hook on the middle of the bell and just do a loop-de-loop. Ring around the rosy. Lots of fun. But first on defense is going to be NYXD. We have Manami and going to be here on your Winston. It looks like they're going to be doing triple deeps and solo heals with a Zenyatta. I can't tell if they're serious or they're not communicating, but we'll find out. Azruf's going to be on your Hanzo, Vax is going to be on your Widow, H2O Games is going to be solo healing on the Zenyatta, Yasha going to be on your Diva, and Shiny Espeon hopefully going to be hacking health packs and being useful with, there we go, Shiny Espeon, thank you for being the main healer on the Ana. Little late change, but I appreciate you being here in time. Anyway, you have 15 seconds to get to the point. Right now, we're looking at the attacking team of the Mortals, and we do kind of see dive tanks with perhaps what's going to be changed here at the very last second. Right now, Face Mask is going to be down there going with the tanks as Genji. Quab going to be off healing on your Lucio. Honey Badger going to be off healing as well as kind of putting some bulk going, hopefully staying with Ghost Boat and hopefully staying with Quab. So all the healers are going to kind of be defending themselves. You might see both tanks and Face Misk diving together. I like seeing the up on the top trying to watch the window. We do have diving in right now. Shiny Espeon winning the Ana battle. Vax not finding any picks quite yet. Quab does finish off Azruf. Yasha was finished down Summer Haze and the Monkey. Right now it is just Honey Badger here kind of pushing them off the point as best they can. The Discord on there is going to be a little difficult to deal with. Yasha taking out Hebrew's Hammer's mech. Vax is going to take out Honey Badger himself, whereas he was putting down a shield. A dash in is going to get H2O Games down from Face Misk. And right now they are capturing this point very slowly. Mini Diva has this forward. Vax kind of getting out of the way, and it does decide that it looks like NYXD is going to let them have this point. Interesting display of back and forth. Both Winstons jumping in together. I like that. Surprisingly, not surprisingly, they did get that first push point. We have 3 of the members of the LA Mortals on fire. No ults yet, but we are going to have Blade up real soon. And nice snipe from Vax is going to take Face Misk down. Another snipe from Vax takes Ghost Boat. That's 2 down already for the LA Mortals. They're going to back up and try again. There is no mercy on either team, and they jump in right now. Manami's jumping in, trying to get some more picks, perhaps staggering as best they can, coming forward all the way downtown. Finally jumping back. Yasha up here as well. Azruf kind of coming forward as the Hanzo, pushing him back as best they can. Just doing a lot of poke, didn't find any more stagger. Manami getting really low, going to be able to dash around and get away. That is enough for a Dragon Strike and a Nano Blade and a Self-Destruct to be ready for NYXD here on defense. H2O Games actually going to take Hebrew Hammer out of the mech. This could be wild. They might have to wait for the mech to come back in, but Manami's jumping in, jumping back. Yasha getting purpled and getting dashed back. He might get a hit out of mech. He gets out of mech. Decides not to use the Self-Destruct. Kind of a zoning and pushing back up the Dragon Strike, not finding purchase anywhere. Face Mix does finish off Yasha in the way. Right now we do have Vax here on this back corner. Hebrew Hammer coming up to try and disturb that and get it back in the way. A Eugene Yokaoken does get Azruf as well. They are pushing on the point, a very disturbed point. H2O Games using a Transcendence to push him back as best they can. A well-placed shield by Summer Haze to keep that Self-Destruct from finding purchase anywhere. Quab does take down Vax in the back. A Nerf this coming out to try and find... Does get Azruf as he was coming out around the corner. And Yasha out of mech. Summer Haze does get Yasha out of the small one. A nano boosted Monkey does fall down after getting purpled and unable to be healed, even after doing dive as best he can. Vax has gone onto a Reaper to try and push forward and do a little bit of stalling as best they can. Azruf well going on, coming back from a Doomfist. Vax falls unfortunately to the Hebrew Hammer. Honey Badger able to take down H2O Games. Right now it is kind of clean up and they're slowly getting staggered, but right now this is time coming down from the LA Mortals. Yasha and Manami both falling down to the Hebrew Hammer. And this could be Shiny Espeon getting a lot of purple, but unfortunately not able to find purchase anywhere. Doing a lot of stalling. Yasha really low, does get front, and then pushes everyone off. That's going to be a full capture there for the LA Mortals. Interesting. They found picks. They were a little... I like the aggressiveness that NYXD had when they had got the 2 picks on the first push on the second point from the LA Immortals. They weren't able to get that stagger off, but that did kind of make it so the LA Immortals were ready for the next time that Manami and the D.Va would push forward, trying to get that point, or trying to get maybe a pick and stagger them a little bit more here on this first entryway. And once they got the D.Va out of mech, they were able to push forward, find the picks they needed. I like the D.Va was actually getting up here on Vax, who was up here in the corner, kind of putting a lot of pressure on him, because Vax was getting some picks early on, which I liked. We'll see what NYXD can do here on attack and what LA Immortals can do here on defense. So far, it looks like we're going to be doing some switches back and forth. I'd like to see... To me, they are kind of pushing their own agenda, not necessarily kind of going as a death ball either team. Very spread out in almost every case. I'd like to see... I would have liked to actually seen more of togetherness, because they did have triple heals on attack, and maybe that's what was able to push it forward. They ended up having a lot of attack. They went together more or less as one, and then congealed onto the point. They did do a good job as best they could. 20 to 30 seconds delay on the full capture with the staggering heroes like Doomfist, like Reaper. Would have liked to see a Mei, possibly a Tracer. Honey Badger looking to try and set up and get up here on the top. Again, this is super spread out for LA Immortals. And not a lot of damage presence, necessarily, because they do have a Mei, which is kind of short range. Face Mist is going to be here on your Doomfist, trying to do a lot of maybe back flanking as best they can. On attack, it does look like we're going with the Brian Zarya. We're going to have the Lucio for speed boost. Vax is going to be trying to do a lot of damage through as a Junkrat. Ryan already gets forward. The punch does get shielded by Yasha. They are purpled. Another charge does not find anybody. Another punch does not find anybody. Vax does get Ghost Boat down, and does a charge from enemy. Does find purchase on Summer Haze. One swing and he's done. Face Mist getting Shiny Espeon down with the fist, however. Hebrew Hammer falling, and so is Quab. That is a lot of heals down for LA Immortals, and a 5-person cap is for NYXD. The Mei wall was not quite perfect, but it did do enough separation where they should have been able to get some more picks from that. But they, however, were not. I'd like to see some changes, perhaps. Space Mist getting off, going onto a Hanzo, so I'd like to see that. Quab getting off the Lucio, instead going to a Zenyatta, hopefully trying to call out targets with the Discord Orb. They are going to be, looks like LA Immortals are going to try and set up here on the top left from their point of view. And so far, NYXD pushing forward when their whole team is definitely not there. Both their healers kind of in the way back. Lucio needs to be up here with the team. Charge, kind of trying to preemptively see the Ryan being there. Does not find anyone. Azrav getting discorded and pushing in the back as best he can. Vax coming around the corner trying to flank, doing a lot of damage. Gets picked up by Face Mist. A Shatter and a Nano Boost Manami trying to come forward. Here comes a Blade coming forward as well. He does get Honey Badger in the back. Ghostboat trying to jump down and get away. Shiny Espeon has been slept and is being awakened. However, destroyed by the Fire Strike. That was a good back and forth, but right now the advantage does go to the LA Immortals with this fantastic respawn timer. They're going to push forward as best they can, perhaps to get some more staggered, and H2O Games does find staggered. So does Shiny Espeon. Yasha trying to run away with this energy. Is going to find a health pack. Is going to be fine. They are pushed up relatively far. However, they do have the Rhine Shield to kind of be protective. They do have Shatter, they do have Ana Boost, and they do have Rally. Transcendence will be up online to go with Yasha. However, Yasha and Vax both have a great combo of Grab, Junkrat, Tire, but Transcendence will be up online soon. Transcendence is not able to actually stop the Tire, except for making sure Quab doesn't die. Face Mist does get Azrav. Hebrew Hammer finds Manami. A Shatter is going to come out to knock down several members of the NYXD. Enough for Summer Haze to get a charge on Shiny Espeon, and enough to push them back even more. Dragon Strike's going to be up online for the LA Immortals soon. Oh, looks like Yasha was caught out in line. He is going to have to respawn and recharge that energy. He does have the ult. A lot of ults are going to soon become online right now. We do have Grab, we do have a Lucio ult to kind of push or survive a Dragon Strike Grab, which will be coming soon. They're going to need to use that, otherwise they will fall to the Grab Dragon Strike of the defensive LA Immortals. Charging coming out from Manami, not finding purchase with anyone, almost dying himself. Right now, everyone's contesting this very top point. I can see somebody possibly go around and flank as best they can, because this is a very good group up. Grab coming out, kind of pushing it forward, firing their hole. All the ults coming out to aid Lucio deep drop Vax comboing with the grab, able to pick off both Honey Badger, Summer Haze, and Hebrew Hammer going down. Ishio Games finishing off Face Misk in the back. Right now it's just Quab on the point with Ghost Toast. Unfortunately, both going down. And that is right now is 5 capping the point. Brigitte going to be slowly coming forward. They're wisely waiting maybe for more of his team member to come forward. Ryan Zari coming up to the left. Getting caught in the track. A Dragon Strike is too late. Another quick, relatively quick cap for both teams. Defense on Hanamura seemed to be a little bit of a contention here for both teams. I'd like to see as best we can. They were both going forward, pushing as hard as they could up in that top corner to take the high ground. Yeah, both teams within 30 seconds of each other. 20 seconds of each other, exactly. NYXD finishing with just about 4.5 minutes. And then LA Mortals finishing with 4 minutes and 46 seconds. Showing that both these teams are evenly matched on this map. That was a lot of ults used on that last push. I don't know if they needed to use as many. The Lucio ult, as they were pushing forward, don't know if that was necessary. I don't think Lucio ult actually goes to a tire. That'd be actually an interesting thing to study and actually test. And they say he is Doomfist again. It is going to be LA Motors here on defense again. Again, this is how Hanamura works. If both teams are able to capture at the very end of both points, however time they have left, you switch sides and do it again. You go until time is out on either side for a full back and forth. Whoever has the most points wins. So here on defense, they're doing what they did last time. They were kind of rolled over, more or less. This first point not being that easy to defend, it seems, but they don't have a lot of damage output. They actually have to wait for the attacking NYXD to come forward to them. NYXD going to be doing pretty decent dive tanks with the Azra kind of backing up both Doomfist on both sides. Hammond and Monkey. Hammond coming in, dropping, getting good damage. Yasha getting slept and then anti-grenaded and frozen. He goes down. Manami not able to come up to help him as much as they can. Right now we do have Azrav diving forward onto the point, kind of push everyone back onto Doomfist. Does find enough time to come back. Espeon getting Yasha back up. Both teams at even strength. Again, Quab finishing off Shiny Espeon, however. A stun almost got Azrav down, but he was punched before he was able to happen. Vax getting free shots up here in the corner. No one really coming up. Quab coming up to try and contend the Widow. That's Lucio trying to do his best job. A lot of sleeping. Slept. Manami is slept and then finished off by Summer Haze. Azrav doing a lot of punching back and forth against this Face Misk. Oh, couldn't quite get the May on that one. That is going to be a solid hold. I'll see Yasha maybe get out of there as best fast he can. Come on, Yasha. You don't want to feed. Oh, unfortunately, it is going to fall down. Great sleeps coming out from the defending Ghost Boat. And Ana grenades as well. We're seeing a lot more Ana in the All-Star games for the Overwatch League. Perhaps that could be a contender. Vax kind of pointing up and pushing forward. Face Misk actually being up on the top to make sure that Vax doesn't get free shots. Squab doing a good job of contending him as well. There is an Ana boost. There is a Meteor Strike. Manami getting blocked out by the May wall, not being finished off. Azrav does finish. A Shatter does get both a Manami and a Shiny Espeon. That is then comboed by Face Misk. And Meteor Strike also coming out from Azrav. Not going to find enough purchase. However, Honey Badger just fall to Vax finally. A little bit more trouble this time around for NYXD to push forward. Great combo by the Shatter and the Meteor Strike. Right now we do have Azrav far, far in the back. Face Misk is well aware and keeping an eye out. Best he can. We do have Hebrew Hammer coming, getting off of the Brigitte and going to a Diva instead. Hopefully, that's probably to try and contest Vax being up there all by himself. So expect to see that, and both Doomfist having a fight back and forth. Fisticuffs. Maywall splitting the team as best they can. Manami getting slept, anti-grenaded, and charged. Does go down. Yasha getting frozen. Summer Haze finishing off Azrav with his hammer. That is an Ana boost on Yasha, doing as much damage as he can. Yasha not necessarily fully charged, but a lot of damage right there. Azrav does get res. Hebrew Hammer coming forward and trying to push and do damage onto Vax in the back. A sleep on a Nana-boosted Reinhardt. Well slept. Ghostblade able to finish off Yasha as a well charged, and it is going to be another... Right now it is 3v3. Fourth person coming in right now for LA Mortals. Getting charged, and right now it is Hebrew Hammer on Diva. Meteor Strike coming out. Trying to get Ghost Boat, unfortunately not able to. Does finish him off with a punch. Face Mick finish off both Vax and H2O Games in the back, however, so he's doing a lot of damage back there. Does finish off Manami as well. Face Mick's cleaning up town in the back. Almost getting Shiny Espeon, does fall with the help of Hebrew Hammer. well defended so far from LA Mortals. Vax, unable to get the picks that he needs on the Widow, is going to switch on to that McCree. Only about a minute left. Face Mist doing a lot of job. Almost going down, using that Meteor Strike to try and maybe stagger, but actually to get more or less to get out of, make sure he doesn't get picked. They're going to group up and try again. We do have a Shatter on defensive side. A charge from Enemy, getting... That was an interesting wall sleep. Grab coming out from NYXD. No real follow-up, unfortunately. There's no real... Manami had fallen, which would have been the only follow-up with a swinging Reinhardt. Shiny Espeon falls down to Face Mist. Yasuo does get him in return, though. Maywall's not as efficient as you would hope, but enough to where you're able to kind of solidify at least one kill. A Shatter does not find purchase with anyone. The Maywall coming in. Two members of NYXD coming forward. Hopefully they'll wait for Yasha. Yasha has been... A Manami is getting Nana boosted and gets frozen. A Shatter is going to get Chuo Games in the ground. A self-destruct not finding purchase anywhere. Hammer Hayes does push forward with the charge, trying to do something. A Face Mix finding a lot of damage, a lot of picks in their backline. Not a lot of answers to Face Mist on that Doomfist right now. Espeon is going to fall to Hebrew Hammer. Yasha does just finally get to the point, but they had to push without him because of the time constraints. And that's going to be no ticks whatsoever. H2O Games, High Noon coming out, does find Quab. Azrif is slept at the gate. That's going to be a solid defense back and forth for the LA Mortals. Able to hold off the NYXD of 4 minutes and 26 seconds on just that first point. Complete opposite of what we saw last time. It only took 1.5 fights for NYXD to get that first point. Woo! So far, a lot of different things. A lot of great Ana Sleeps, Ana Grenades on both sides. Great Doomfist play from both sides. Face Mist able to pull off a lot of damage in the background. Not a lot of answers to deal with them. It was a great choice of Hebrew Hammer to get off the Brigitte. Although was trying to help deal with the Doomfist, the Vax getting free shots on the Widow was kind of being a contention. So switching off onto the Diva to try hopefully put more pressure on such a Widow sniper. Good plays, good switches. And it just, again, a solid defense from the LA Mortals. It is now going to be defensive turn for over here on the NYXD. They have to hold for just 20 seconds longer than they were attacking. So 4 minutes and 46 seconds the LA Mortals has to get at least just the very first third of a tick on this first point, and they will be considered the winners of Hanamura. Looks like they're going to be keeping Doomfist here on defense. Vax is going to stick, instead of saying Widow is working out, is going to do the stun with the McCree. H2O Games going to have on the Zenyatta, we do have both dive tanks. We consider them dive tanks. I'm going to start calling them vertical tanks because they are very easily to get vertical. We are going to see a Goats build, or a triple tank coming out from LA Mortals. Hamster, Hammond, and the Monkey, as well as Diva. Ghost Boat going to be healing with Quab on your Moira. Summer Haze swinging in. Manami getting decently low. Vax trying to figure out taking some picks. This is a lot of divide and conquer right now. And it looks like Face Mist is going to go down to Yasha. And unfortunately, it looks like it is Keeper Hammer going to be taken out. Honey Badger going to be taken out. Summer Haze is going to be taken out by Vax. And that's going to be they kind of divide. They spread out so much, and they are not a mid to long range team. So able to have Vax and H2O Games in the back doing a lot of damage to this spread out team. They could have just called out, okay, we'll focus on the left side. Alien Mortals, they meant to go all together because they do have 3 dive tanks and a dive DPS, but they all they came in and then spread. I'd like to see them go in and focus one person. Grouping up again, going for this thing. Quab diving in real quick. Summer Haze coming forward. They're all deciding to go to one side, which I like. Looks like Arizona to get Ghost Boat. A High Noon coming out, not going to find purchase. However, Yasha does find out Fist Miss. And they are pushing together as best they can. Trying to go around this right side. And here comes a self-destruct to kind of just zone them out as best they can. Honey Badger getting hit out of mech. That is going to be enough for them to kind of put the contest or just get them around the point. I like that they did decide to kind of go forward and kind of all go together in this one side. Right now, it does look a Face Misk. Poked his head in the window. Manui said, no, sir, this is my house, get out, and was able to stagger him quite well. We're going to see a lot. This is where we're going to see some ults coming on for LA Immortals. We do have Angry Monkey. We do have Coalescence. We're going to have a self-destruct and an Ana Boost. To go with this Ana Boost, I'd like to actually see go on the Hebrew Hammer for as he's damaging as a regular monkey. Kind of hoping he dives on a tank right now. Summer Haze going in very deep. Honey Badger getting the Ana Boost. They are pushing forward onto the right side. Azure saying get back, trying to focus on the healing Ana for the attacking team. Does get Ghost Boat, does fall down to the Meteor Strike. A good push together as a team here on LA Immortals. Face Miss finds H2O Games. Honey Badger self-destruct does get Manami. However, Azra finishes off the Mini D before she can get back in the mech. Meteor Strike coming out, quickly coming back down, not finding purchase anywhere. Azra on the point with Hummer Haze and Quab. Yasha in mini form. Here comes Face Misk, and right now it is in very much favor of the LA Immortals, and they're going to get that first tick with a ring around the Rosie Hammond to kind of finish it off. I like what LA Immortals did, and I like what they switched. They noticed on that first push that they were spread out. They weren't focusing targets second time. Although they were kind of pushed back, they all went together to go to that left side as best they could. Azrif went in their backline, however, and finishing off enough. And then they decided, well, left didn't work. Let's go to the right. A fantastic combo there. I would have liked to actually see the Ana Blade used later, because the combo there would have been Grav Blade or Grav Tire, and they used Tire and Blade. But well done to both sides right now. That is going to be the LA Immortals' first tick of the win in this series of this scrim. Yay!